Oh, I have been waiting for this for a while. This has been a very long time coming for me. Alright, they didn't use X yet. Circle. Boy, is that loud. Episode 1, The Visitor. It's been 2 days since I crossed Highland's border. I'm headed for Mews, the capital of the city-state of Gelston, but it's still far away. One second. There we are, that's a little better. I had to turn it down on my end and turn it up in the OBS. Anyway. Hey! Hey, you were slouching again. My name is Nash. Nash Latchik. There's a pain to pronounce. As a special ops agent of our Holy Harmonia's Southern Frontier Defence Force, I've been sent on an important mission to infiltrate this land. Hey, I told you not to sway so much. The Defense Forces has received information that one of the 27 true runes has appeared in the city-state of Charleston. I'm here to find out if this legendary true rune really does exist, and if it does, try to obtain it for Harmonia. Nothing out of the ordinary. I get orders like this all the time. It'd be nice if things actually worked out for once.
Oh, my headache is getting even worse. Now I will never be able to fall asleep.
Sometimes I wonder if this is karma. Chasing rumors like this is like trying to catch a cloud. Anyone will tell you it's a waste of time. At least I have some kind of lead this time.
You really are useless, are you not? You'll never reach Muse at this rate.
Shut up! Stop complaining up there. Why must I be your baggage boy? If anyone is useless, it's you, not me.
There you go, mouthing off like that again. I thought you wanted clues about the true runes,
I might have said something like that, but...
And besides, you were the one who offered to carry my luggage in the first place.
That was...
I only, and very grudgingly, agreed to travel with you because you said you would do anything, even carry my luggage, if I told you my story. You are not going to tell me that you lied, are you?
I was thinking more along the lines of a handbag or something. It's pointless. It's pointless for me to try and reason with a 1,000-year-old vampire. She may look like a sweet young lady on the outside, but inside she's nothing but a sly and arrogant old woman who doesn't even have an ounce of shame. She's supposedly the rightful bearer of one of the 27 true runes, the Moon Rune, which would mean that she's the founder of all vampires, those beings who dwell in darkness. Well, she's the only clue I've got. But I never agreed to carry you as well.
I'm starving and I've not slept in ages. It would be cruel to make me walk through a wasteland like this.
If you feel that strongly about it, why didn't you just hire a carriage?
I could not hire a carriage in the last town, as they were all out. There was simply no helping it. More importantly, no fighting now, you hear? No, you can't. It's mine. I just want to look. Come on, let me see it. Dear me, I'm glad you two are so energetic, but you mustn't fight.
Hey, Syria? What was it you said about the carriages?
Shut up. It'll be fine. Let me see it. Let me see it.
No way! It's mine! As Syria watched, the toy the kobold children were fighting over slipped out of one of their hands and flew through the air, landing right at my feet. What's this? A doll? It was a wooden doll. It was extremely well made for a toy. A kobold's good enough with their hands to make something like this.
Return that to them right away. Right away. Quickly.
What are you getting so worked up about? Here you go. Don't drop it next time, okay?
Thank you so much. Go on now. Thank him for picking it up for you.
Thank you. You're brothers, so try to get along and not fight too much, alright?
Okay. Well then, please excuse us. Finally. I thought they would never leave.
That's not very nice. You got something against kobolds or what?
It is none of your business. That would have been a good time to ask for a ride, though.
Damn it! I should have asked if they had any room for us.
In any case, I am still extremely thirsty.
Well, you'll just have to hold on until we reach Muse, won't you? Though I'm pretty sure this rumour about the true rune is exactly that. Just a rumour. The 27 true runes are the source of energy for this world. It's said that their bearers gain immortality and incredible strength. I wouldn't believe it for a second if I wasn't travelling with one of them. Pleased to see that your physical condition isn't so bad that you can't walk, oh honoured founder.
My condition? You cannot begin to fathom what kind of condition I am in.
You think? I'm glad I don't. It usually only takes about 2 days to get to Muse, but who knows how long it'll take at this pace. I hope we won't be too late. Sierra's being surprisingly quiet. Whoa! What are you trying to do to me?
What? It is just a little blood.
We agreed that you wouldn't suck my blood.
Is complaining the only thing you can do? Why do you not try and be of some use to me? I should be focusing on getting the moon rune back. I allowed you to accompany me because you said you wanted to find out more about the true runes, but what do? You just complain and complain endlessly. You good for nothing.
I get it. Just don't bite me. I won't complain anymore.
I sincerely hope you do not. But I suppose you believe in the superstition that you would become a vampire too if I sucked your blood. I would only turn someone I actually like into a vampire.
So I'm not your type, huh? Oh, it's too bad.
Too bad? What is too bad is that mouth of yours. If you were not so impudent, you might actually be bearable.
Yeah. I complain too much, and I talk too much. Once again, Sierra turned me into her pack animal. All this just for the sake of a clue that might lead me to a true rune. Sierra's complaining showed no signs of letting up. In that regard, at least, she's quite energetic. The sun's gonna set soon. Looks like we'll be camping out again tonight. We better start making preparations. Hey, Sierra, get up already. Sierra? Sierra? Sierra! She's fast asleep. When she's quiet, she's kinda cute.
What? Are we there yet?
Yeah, right. Looks like we're going to be camping out again tonight, so don't you think we'd better start getting ready?
Camping, huh? There should be a mansion near here. We will stay the night there.
A mansion? Near here? Are you sure? A decent meal and a soft bed would really hit the spot.
I cannot promise they will offer lodging to a baggage boy like you, but you can try asking.
Yeah. Perched atop a high hill, the mansion loomed over the road. A tall tower with a dome-shaped roof rose out of the middle of the building, giving it an oddly unbalanced look. Maybe this is the estate of some rich lord or other who owns a bunch of land around here. We stood at the entrance to the mansion. I expected to have to beg a grumpy gatekeeper to let us stay the night, but instead we were promptly greeted by a well-groomed butler. I apologize for having kept you waiting. Do you have business here? Well, how should I put this?
Well, state our business. What are you waiting for?
Well, that's... we were hoping we could stay the night here. Pardon? Well, this woman Sierra says she's going to spend the night. Could you put us up for the night? You're travelling with... Lady Sierra? Please wait just a moment. I'll see if we can accommodate you. Huh? He sounded like he knew you or something. Do you know someone here?
Quiet. You could say that we are old friends.
Old friends, huh?
Did you just emphasize the word old?
No, not at all. You must have been imagining things. Hey, it just, I apologize for the wait. My master welcomes you. Please, do come in. I'm saved. I really owe you one, buddy. Pardon? Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Come on, Sierra, let's go in. A hot bath would really do the trick right about now. I'm covered in dirt from all this travelling. I can't wait to wash it all away. Come on, Sierra, hurry up, get a move on.
Really, what an impulsive man you are.
We were shown into the lavishly decorated mansion. I will guide you to your room. Please, this way. Now this is what I call a room. This furniture must be worth a pretty penny.
And what do you know of furniture? Though this room is not bad, I suppose.
Please, use this room as you wish. The bath is being prepared in another room.
Good work. I trust that a meal will be offered after the bath.
Don't you think that's asking a bit much? It wouldn't kill you to show a little self-restraint, would it? Please, pardon me. Arrangements will be made immediately.
You say that, but you are not any better yourself.
Yeah, I finally washed off all that dirt. I feel like a new man. If I had to carry that luggage of yours one more day, I would have shriveled up and died. After we eat, I'm ready to just sink into that soft, fluffy bed and get some sleep.
That might be hoping for too much. Call it a young maiden's intuition.
If you say so.
As sarcastic as ever. But I will let you off this time.
Sarcastic?
Excuse me. I have brought you some beverages. The meal will be ready shortly.
Wow, you guys sure are polite here. Thanks.
Your hard work is appreciated. By the way, how do you open the windows in this room? You cannot open the windows. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It seems I was in such a rush to prepare your room that I forgot to unlock the windows.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Miss,
Oh, I'm called Ayana. If there is anything I can do for you, please, just let me know.
We're the ones at fault, showing up out of the blue like we did. I don't mind leaving the window closed, it's fine.
No, it's entirely my fault. Please forgive my negligence. I'll go get the key right away. Otherwise, you won't be able to let in any fresh air.
I'll be counting on you then.
Yes, sir. Just leave it to me. Well, you sure got rid of her quickly. That was not very nice.
I apologize for making you wait. The meal has been prepared. Please come to the dining room. Wow, this guy must be loaded.
Do not stare like that. You obviously were not brought up very well.
I may not look it, but I actually had a very good upbringing. Right then, no sense in waiting. Let's eat.
Please, show some restraint. Wolfing down your food like that, you're no better than a dog.
Huh? You should dig in too, Sierra. Aren't you going to eat? It's good.
Do not talk with your mouth full.
Don't worry over the little things, and always enjoy your food. That's the way it's done in the Latchkiji household. Hate that name. Hard to pronounce. I'll say it.
Would you like more soup?
Yes, please.
You sure seem to be enjoying your food. It was worth making it just for that.
You made this?
I just helped. Oh my, you've got some food on your face. Honestly, you are such a slob.
Knock it off. I'm not a kid.
You two certainly get along well. Well, please wait while I prepare another serving.
You seem to be enjoying yourselves. Would you care for some wine?
By all means.
Certainly.
By the way, butler, is there something wrong with your master? It has been so long since I saw him last. I was hoping to get the chance to see him again.
I'm terribly sorry. At the moment, my master is busy attending to an urgent matter that requires his attention. He asked me to give you his regards, Lady Sierra.
Is that so? Came all this way to visit him, and this is the reception I get. How cold. Nonetheless, this is a very nice mansion. It is well maintained.
I am honoured by your praise.
The tower in the middle of the mansion. What do you use it for? It is quite large.
It is a place of worship. Our master is a very devout man. Huh? The view from up there must be amazing. Could I go up and have a look tomorrow? I'm very sorry, but you may not enter the tower without the master's permission.
Does your master go into the tower often?
Yes. It is a place where he can be alone to meditate and reflect. Ew, I'm stuffed. My compliments to the chef. His cooking would be a huge hit even in Crystal Valley. I'm pleased it was satisfactory.
Yes, that was quite a feast. Please convey my gratitude to the chef and your master as well.
It would be my pleasure. I will give your message to my master tomorrow, if circumstances permit.
So, am I to assume that I will not be speaking to him tonight?
Oh, have a little restraint for once, Sierra. You'll upset your stomach.
You are one to talk. Who are you to lecture me on restraint? Shouldn't we inform the Master of the Founder's presence?
Doesn't matter. It will all be over by tomorrow. You'd better not mess up.
Understood. Well, I think I will go to sleep soon. You be sure to get a good night's rest too.
So you say, but in the end I'm still sleeping on the couch, aren't I?
I do not mind sharing the bed.
And you're just saying that so you can sink your teeth into my neck while I sleep, aren't you? I'm fine with the couch. I put out the lights, and Sierra and I fell asleep in our respective beds. In the dead of night, I wake with a start. Something doesn't feel right. In the military, you develop certain senses. I'm trained to wake up at the slightest hint of bloodlust, no matter how deeply asleep I am. Sierra. Sierra!
Be silent. I am awake.
Do you feel that? Somebody's coming.
I take it you did not order room service?
What kind of room service emanates bloodlust like that? There are 2, 3, maybe 4 people. They're trying to conceal their footsteps, but they haven't received much training.
Huh. You got all that from the sound of their footsteps. Not bad for a human.
I'm honoured by your compliment. By the way, Sarah, your old friend, by any chance is he?
Of course. Did I forget to mention that we are of the same race? The only business I have is with him. I will leave the lowly ones to the lowly you.
So this was your plan all along?
Indeed. As you are a seeker of the true runes, you should know.
Know what?
True rune bearers are no ordinary foes.
I see. I'll have to remember that. I put my ear to the floor and focused on the sound of the footsteps. By judging the intervals between strides and the way the floor creaked, I could estimate their weight and height. Even though they tried not to, they made some noise. They proved themselves amateurs after all. We don't have any time to set elaborate traps. We'll have to work with what we have on hand. I'll have to show off my brains and skills here. Calmly, I looked around the room. In the bathroom, there's still some water left in the bathtub. Next to it was a full-length mirror. Well then, Right. Just gonna take advantage of the quick save because I don't know. does anything bad or not. If I can die by choosing the wrong thing or not, I should say. Moving quickly, I push the mirror in front of the door. The door flew open with a bang, and they poured into the room. Why had they even bothered to try to conceal their footsteps? Lumbering through the darkness, the intruders crash into the mirror. The mirror shatters and they stumble about, getting in each other's way. They weren't very efficient assassins. Before they can regain their bearings, I hurl a chair at them. They didn't even know what hit them. There's more where that came from. Aiming my right hand at the remaining opponent, I used my left to get to the hidden launcher in my sleeve and fired a metal dart at him, hitting him hard in the shoulder. Too easy.
Well now, you seem to be enjoying yourself.
Hey, you don't have to add pointless quips.
By the way, this is not time for idle chatter.
Huh? They're zombies. The undead.
Wretched creatures.
Wow, this is some friend you've got. How are we going to kill the undead?
When dealing with evil or the black arts, the answer is simple. Burn them until they are naught but ashes.
So, why are you taking it so leisurely? Use our talisman? Somehow, the window had been sealed with a magical barrier. It's not my style to do things as slapdash as this, but I don't have any other choice. I whip a dancing flames talisman out of my pocket. I've been saving this. Burn them to ashes. Dance in flames.
Oh ho! Well done. Nice and crisp. You are so stingy. You should have just used it from the beginning.
I said that I was saving it. I only have one of these left.
I see.
So, let's go greet the master of the mansion. He's been such a gracious host. We have to return the favour. We headed to the third floor, leaving the guest room on the second floor behind. The entrance to the tower where Sierra's old friend is waiting is probably on this floor. Looks like there's a path here. To find our dear guests in a place like this in the middle of the night. I'm afraid this is terribly awkward. We've been invited to a party. Your master didn't want us to leave without saying hello.
Enough of this farce, butler. You are little more than a puppet. I have no need for you.
My master is unlikely to grant you an audience, particularly as he is not aware that you are visiting us at all, Lady Sierra.
Oh, perhaps you are more than a mere butler. But your decision to not report my presence to your master will only work to my benefit.
I cannot allow my master to come into contact with the Founder. Take your leave of this place. The butler's fingernails grew into sharp claws. There isn't a single opening in his stance. He seemed different from the stiff zombies from before.
I will leave him to you, Nash.
Yeah, leave him to... What? Give me a hand here, Sarah.
No. I have used too much of my power already.
Cease your blabbering. The butler's claws cut through the air. I jumped backwards, narrowly avoiding his attack, and quickly pulled out a talisman from my pocket. Guess it can't be helped. Take this. I'll burn you to a crisp. Dance in flames. Damn it, you... A faint light radiated from the talisman I held, but...
Hurry up. He does not seem to be burning. A while ago you did say that you had been saving that talisman.
The talisman I had taken out fluttered uselessly to the floor. You dare threaten me? Unforgivable. His claws slashed at me with superhuman speed and power. I somehow managed to avoid them, but if he keeps this up, I'll be driven into a corner. In that case... I guess there's no avoiding it. I'll take you on. Come on! Pointing my right hand at the butler, I readied my left hand in preparation for the attack. How about you? Just before the butler claws through my body, I pull the trigger of the dart launcher hidden in the glove of my right hand, firing an iron dart at the butler. Ah! You're a clever one. Ah! How's that? The rest are made of silver. That should be a little effective, right?
What could you possibly defeat with that?
The butler had fallen down, but he slowly stood back up. The wounds he'd taken from the darts had already begun to heal. Seems it's time for round 2. I've had it with you. Oh man, this is bad. Sierra! Help me out here.
No, I need to conserve my energy.
Say what you like. It's all pointless if we die here.
You will manage, somehow.
Somehow. That's so irresponsible.
It was then that I noticed the butler's attacks had stopped.
This begins to bore me. That's so. Well, you're certainly not lacking in confidence, are you? Well then, how about this? The butler opened his mouth, and out came a piercing wail, sending a shockwave at me. Damn it. There's no way he'll falter and miss me. As he struck a blow, I quickly drew a knife from the holster on my left hand, and somehow managed to block the force of his claws, but not his murderous intent. I had hoped you'd catch them. And now, the finishing blow. His strength is inhuman. His claws inch closer and closer toward the tip of my nose. Hey, you're forgetting something. The founder, you mean? Regrettably, she seems to have disappeared. Seems you've been abandoned, poor thing. How pitiful. Now, resign yourself. It's almost time. Gentle light radiated from the magic circle drawn on the floor, shining on my back and enveloping the room. As the rays of light touched the butler, he cried out in agony. You're strong, but not strong enough. The butler's body began to crumble and soon vanished. Once the light had faded, Sierra emerged from the shadows in the corridor.
Well, well. He was shivering when he first saw you take out that talisman, but he ignored it when he thought it did not work. What a fool.
Yeah. I picked up the exorcism talisman from the floor. It had a dramatic effect on the undead, but its flaw was the amount of time it took to activate. I actually wanted to save it for this master guy.
You might as well have thrown it away. Talisman of that level would have little effect upon him. Even if you did bring it with you, he would just laugh at you. Well, let us go.
A reunion with an old friend, huh? At the end of a corridor on the third floor, I opened the door that seemed to be the entrance to the tower. Looking at what lies in front of us, I can't help but sigh. Before us is another door, made of steel. It looms over me. I cautiously approach the door and give it a push. It doesn't budge an inch. There doesn't appear to be a handle or keyhole of any kind, so I can only conclude that it's some sort of portcullis. I look around for something to lift it with, but can't find anything. Maybe it can only be opened from the other side. What should we do? There are probably still zombies coming after us. We've gotten this far. We aren't leaving until we meet the master of this mansion. I've got a favour to ask, Sierra.
What is it?
I'm going to blow up this door. It'll take me a while to prepare, so...
I sense the approach of a group of undead coming our way. I assume it is about that.
Can you do something about it?
You ask such troublesome things. I can conjure up a barrier around this door to ward off evil, but it will only last a short while. Will that be sufficient?
I'll manage. Sierra, I'm counting on you.
Admirable words coming from you. How ominous.
Says the one who usually responds to requests with, I don't want to.
That is because you are never serious. I cannot abide insincere requests. But this time is different.
I took out some wire, paper and gunpowder from my cloak. Over the course of 2 years I was trained in the secrets of gunpowder and gun making by the Howling Voice Guild, an organisation that holds a unique position in Harmonia. It was an art I had practiced until I thought I'd vomit blood. I never got to become a gunner and be chosen by a gun, but I did learn the art of gunpowder. I could use what I had learned to blow up this big door. I don't carry around large quantities of gunpowder though. I'll just have to work with what I have.
Phew. The barrier is complete.
Hey, don't lean on me. You'll throw me off.
Sorry, but I need you to lend me your back. I've used too much of my power tonight.
You can rest if you want. I'll wake you up when I'm done. You still have work to do, right? Measuring out the exact amounts of gunpowder necessary, I wrap it in paper. It will only work if I set them up at the right locations around the door and make them all go off at once. Beyond Sierra's barrier, the undead groan. I try to focus on my task, but it's not going very well. Hey, Sierra.
What?
You never mentioned how you met this guy.
Your chatter never ceases, does it?
That's cold. Well... Could you at least tell me his name?
His name? It's Reen. Reen Pennenberg.
He has a last name, huh? He holds a high status then.
He was a knight from a respectable family.
Sounds romantic. Oops, spilled a little. That could have been dangerous.
Do not mock me. When was it we first met? I had been living alone for several years. My memories have begun to fade.
Were you alone because you're the founder?
Do not pity me. I have always found solace in solitude. Hey, should you not keep working?
Yeah.
Well, I might as well tell you an old story. Just ignore me if you have no interest. Whether or not you listen is your own choice.
This hole, it's so small. It's not easy to get this through.
I was cursed with one of the 27 true runes, the moon rune. When my body changed into something not human, it was impossible for me to live with normal people. I did not become the master of the moon rune, rather, it was the moon rune that became my master. Day after day, the rune's evil hunger wrecked my body, until even reason seemed madness. I did the only thing I could. I escaped into a forest, seeking land where no humans dwelt. Deep in the forest I built a cabin. It was small, with only one window, and not a single piece of proper furniture, but it was enough. I could live there alone, peacefully. So I lived there alone, for many, many years. For decades, I lived by myself with no one to talk to, counting the years by the forest's changing colors. And so I lived, the days indistinguishable from years, until he appeared. If it was by the will of the gods, then I cursed them. But at that moment, I was overcome with happiness. Guided by the trees of the forest, I timidly stepped outside my cabin. The man sat resting his back against a tree. His long silver hair flowed down past his waist. He was beautiful, like a knight from the fairy tales I had heard back when I was still human. He had been attacked by an animal or a monster. It had left a deep wound across his chest. I approached him, and he spoke his every breath filled with pain.
Who?
I was scared. It had been hundreds of years since I had spoken with anyone.
Where,
I...
Please. Near here. There is a carriage. Milady.
A carriage, but I do not sense the presence of any humans aside from you.
Please. Milady.
A carriage. I understand. I had gone to such lengths to avoid humans, but I cannot deny the fact that my heart was nearly bursting with joy. I thought I had forgotten how to speak. I searched the forest. I wanted to grant the knight's request. I wanted to fulfill the wish of a human. I soon discovered the carriage and the remains of a woman. I returned to the knight.
Milady. You... I see.
Are you okay?
Sucker doing coughs. It seems my life is at its end. What a waste. I couldn't even protect Milady. And now I can't even get my revenge. Dying here is maddening. It's maddening. What was my life for? Why did I learn the art of the sword for? What was the point of the oath I swore? Damn, this place. I'm cursed. My whole life is cursed. I do not fear death. If this is my fate, I accept it. Even so, this is a disgrace. Upon my honor. It's maddening.
As he spoke, the knight started crying. Genuine tears of sadness. At that moment, I felt sorrow. Whether it was because I was about to see a human I had spoken with disappear, or because I hated him for obtaining the gift of death that I wished for. Even now, I still do not know. Before I realized what I was doing, I found myself nestled close to the night. Life and death, both are prisons of darkness. But I say there is still good reason to keep you here on this earth.
What are you?
This abominable curse that my body is under. It is a hollow life, but that was the first time I drank the blood of a human. Although I know that I should not spread the curse, I acted out of compassion. But what I felt then, it was not true compassion. I took the man's blood and gave him mine. Our blood mixed and became one, and so was born one who shared the same fate as I. The man said his name was Reen. As he regained consciousness, and while his wounds began to heal, I told him of my tale. The day after he learned what had happened to him, he disappeared. I waited for him. I kept waiting, even while thinking that he might never return. But as far as I was concerned, I had plenty of time to spare. Before long, Reen returned. He did not talk about what he had been doing. Whether he had pursued his responsibilities or his revenge, I did not know. And I did not want to know. After that, we spent many long years together. Together we found hidden strength in ourselves. What I could not understand on my own, I discovered with Irene, and I was happy. And so we spent 1,000 days of rain, 1,000 days of wind. Time flowed by slowly for a long time. Over the course of an eternity, Reen and I met more and more people who came to the forest seeking deliverance. At those times I gave life to those who rejected death. Little by little, our circle grew bigger. Before we knew it, our gathering was a village. We named it the Village of the Blue Moon. By that time I had finally become someone who could truly be called the master of the Moon Rune. Thanks to Reen's help. In the center of the village, we built an altar and enshrined the rune there. This way, the villagers were able to live under the rune's protection, away from the eyes of humans. Everyone thought that we could continue living contentedly that way. But living as we did, I had forgotten. Or I had tried to forget how the hearts of humans change. How they were made of the most fragile glass in the world. The incident happened without warning. One of the villagers stole the moon rune and ran away to the outside world. His name was Necklord. It had not been long since he had joined us, but he was a young, good-natured fellow, well liked by all, even me. I was still protected by the rune as the founder, but the same did not hold true for the other villagers. And after Necklord stole the rune, they began to experience perishing, true death. You may find it hard to believe, but most all of the villagers accepted death peacefully. Maybe they were tired of living. I do not know. I apologized as they endured the excruciating pain, but some even smiled as they left me behind. However, some refused such a death and ran away to the outside world. Reen was one of them. After losing the protection of the rune, there was only one way the villagers could survive: to accept the curse of vampires and feed on the blood of humans. By stealing the souls of humans, they could cling to their lives for all eternity. Crude, ugly, despicable. That is what Reen has chosen to become. And that is why I must kill him with my own hands. I gave him life. I shared a life with him. I will not let him sully those memories.
Sorry for the wait, Sierra. I'm done.
You fool. Because you took so long, I've said too much.
Sorry about that. But actually, I was focusing so hard at the end that I wasn't really listening.
How very like you.
We broke through the iron door and climbed the spiral staircase beyond to the top of the tower. Before us lay a solemn chapel. Sierra.
Reen,
Illuminated by the moonlight streaming through colourful stained glass windows, sat the figure of an elegant young man quietly playing a pipe organ. I wondered who was making such a racket at this time of night, but I must say I never expected it to be you, Sierra.
it has been a long time, Reen. I did not know where you had gone, but now I have finally found you.
I see. Since then, I wonder how much time has passed. The days without you.
Stop spouting nonsense. The transient life I gave you, I will have you return it here.
Is that so? I see. How like you. How very like you, Sierra.
You have preyed on humans. For the sake of pleasure and prolonging your own life, you have devoured the blood of humans and toyed with their lives. What you have done is unforgivable.
That is the true form of the moon rune. We are vampires, Sierra. This is the way it should be. You know how it feels. That sweet, pleasant taste. When you drank my blood.
Silence.
Sierra, why? Why must we live in fear? Why must we, who are not human, have human hearts? What is the reason for that? Why must we, with our bodies brimming with power, hide like creatures of darkness when we are superior to humans? Sierra, don't tell me you still pretend you're human. Poor Sierra.
I told you to stop spouting nonsense. Have you forgotten? That day you said, if this is my fate, I accept it, did you not? Though you said that, you still fight for life, when you should have returned it to me. If you could not do that, then the only thing waiting for you was perishing. Now there is only one choice left.
Sierra. Sierra.
I will chant the song of evanescence.
Evanescence.
Your transient life is over.
Such cold words in my last moments.
Thank you, Reen. Those days we spent together, I was truly happy.
It can't be.
Reen, you planned this from the beginning?
Sierra. His meek manner, his provocative outburst. It had all been for this moment. He knew that he couldn't overpower Sierra the Founder. So to survive, he took Sarah's blood. His goal had been to steal her power. Her blood drained, it seemed Sierra couldn't move. Holding her, he slowly turned towards me with an evil grin. You're still here, human. Leave now and I'll overlook your mistake. You bastard. What are you planning to do with Sierra? Don't worry. She will live here with me. She was my master, but now I am hers, and she is my follower. You... It's thanks to Sierra that you were able to live as long as you have. And I'm grateful for that. Thanks to her I can enjoy life eternal and taste true pleasure. My back is burning. Cursed blades that were concealed there were responding to my anger, urging me to draw them out. But I can't give in to them. If I draw those swords, I'll lose sight of myself. I'll be blind with murderous rage. What's wrong, human? Aren't you going to come at me? Or are you frozen in fear? It's okay. I don't blame you. A mere human without the protection of a true rune cannot possibly hope to best me. I don't want to admit it, but he's right. I even had trouble with the common undead. What should I do? Sucks the music cuts out when I do that. I don't have any talismans left. I only have a little bit of gunpowder. 3 darts are loaded in the gauntlet. I also have some wire on my left hand, and daggers concealed in both of my boots. What are you looking at, human? Before I knew what was happening, Reem was next to me. He raised his hand and a shockwave hit my entire body so hard that I was flung across the room and into the wall. My whole body is aching. None of my bones seem to be broken, but how long will that last? I stand up and ready myself. You still wish to go on? I scowl at Rain. He's still holding Sierra in his left arm. Is he trying to say he can beat me one-handed? Human, this has nothing to do with you, does it? I told you I would let you leave. It would be best for you to just walk away. Why oppose me? I just don't like your attitude. So you say, but what do you intend to do? Kill me? Yeah. In the name of the Lakchi family, I will defeat you. An oath. In that case, show me your power. Fulfill your oath. Reen's right hand shone with a radiance that distorted the surroundings. The air trembled as I leapt away from the shockwave, creating a gaping hole where I had been standing. Can you dodge the next one as well? Once again, he attacks me with a shockwave. I dodged it by a hair's breadth, thinking to counterattack Reen, but my right shoulder is grazed and I'm sent flying in the opposite direction. Yeah, too close for comfort. What happened to that confidence of yours? Shockwaves struck me one after another. I avoided taking the blow straight on, but the way things are going, I'll be finished before long. Belatedly, I realised that he now has me cornered. There's nowhere to run. This is the end. You shouldn't use such cheesy one-liners. Even when you say it's the end, it never is. I raised my left hand above my head, and with a flick of my wrist, shot an anchored wire out of my sleeves to wrap it around the railing on the terrace above. Tugging at the wire with all my strength, I used the recoil to pull myself up through the air and onto the terrace. How agile we are. Somehow, I'd managed to escape my predicament. I probably bought myself a little time. Will it be enough to set up more tricks? While I thought about these things, I ran up the stairs that led outside the dome. He's slow. Does he think I escaped? Or did he lose his nerve? Who lost his nerve? Raising my eyes, I found Reen, still holding Sierra in his arms, floating above the dome bathed in moonlight. Power of magic. You're an interesting fellow for a human. What have you got up your sleeve this time? Well, I haven't figured that out just yet. A magician never reveals his secrets, Gliding smoothly, Reen closed the gap between us. If I get caught by that right hand of his, I'm as good as dead. Good heavens, you're a quick one. Here's the next one. I had hoped to catch him off guard by subtly firing a dart at him, but he just casually brushed it off. Is that the best you've got? But I, not waiting for him to speak, had run to the opposite side of the dome. This game of tag is over. The life you possess is limited, human. Embrace the little time you have left. Reen swung his right hand down at me, only to suddenly pull it back in midair. The recoil knocked him off balance. What? A strong but thin steel wire, spun using a special harmonium technique, bound Reen's right hand to the top of the dome, preventing it from moving freely. To make this trick work, I had intentionally sacrificed that dart. Twisting my body, I reached out towards Reen's face and ignited the gunpowder. Since his right hand was tied up, he had to loosen his grip on Sierra to try and protect himself. I dashed forward and caught Sierra, but the shock of the explosion blew us back. I'm counting on you. Sierra and I rolled down the dome. Just as we were about to roll off the dome and into the air, I thrust a dagger into the roof with my right hand. My hand shook under the impact, and the combined weight of two people as I struggled to keep my grip on the hilt, praying to the gods it would hold. Phew, that was lucky. This is the first one owned. Trying to get a handle on the situation, I check to see how Sierra is doing. Sierra's body is lifeless. Reem must have stolen nearly all of her power. Ah! Human! I will not forgive you. Oh yeah, completely blind. I will not forgive you for this! I managed to shield Sierra from Reen's terrifying attack, but there was no time to escape, and Reen seized me instantly. Human. Squeal, groan, whimper. The more unsightly little cries, the better. Foolish human. Did you really think you were a match for a king of darkness? Suffer. Suffer! Mourn your wretched life. You're the foolish one. I tire of your incessant chatter. I will shut your mouth once and for all. Sierra, why?
Your arm around me. It was as warm as before. It felt like I was in a familiar dream. So why did you let go?
I see. You drank his blood. Because I could never beat you on my own.
Gods, spirits of the dead, I beseech you, have mercy on this being and forgive him.
Sierra, please, wait.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The spirit to the place of rebirth.
I just wanted to go back.
I pray, let this being in under the light.
To live with you in that forest forever. That's why. Eternal life.
Farewell, Reen.
Sierra. I have no idea what that bar's for.
Reen, I
with being destroyed, it seemed the undead in the mansion had shared the same fate. As the morning dawned, we left behind the mansion that had finally gotten its serenity back after many years. Sierra, let's go.
All right.
Hey, that was different. You weren't here for the backstory behind it. Have a good one, Han. Hey, I said...
You are so obnoxious. Do you not have even one word of kindness for a young woman lost in sentiment?
Would it help you if I did?
It was foolish of me to expect anything else from you.
Hey, why are you mad at me? Wait a minute. Hey, am I supposed to carry this again? Wait up! Luckier than I am when I started the game. It was empty then. And so, I wound up carrying both Sierra and her luggage again. We walked for a full day and it was nearly dusk before we finally came across an inn on the main road. We stayed the night there. I was exhausted from fighting the night before. As soon as I got into the room, I collapsed on the bed without even eating dinner. When I woke up, it was the middle of the night. I raised myself up and saw Sierra sitting at the window, dimly lit by a lamp.
Are you awake?
Yeah.
Dinner is over. The landlady was celebrating her complete recovery. It was quite an extravagant affair.
I see. That's too bad. Hey, Sierra. The 27 true runes. That power. Is it a burden?
It is your job to find out the answer to that question, is it not?
Yeah, I guess so. But for me, it's just a job. For you, it's destiny.
I am grateful to the moon rune. These long years I've lived were not all filled with pain.
Even if you'll always be alone?
Yes. Time does not pass for me as it does for humans.
Hey, Sierra. I'm saying if I've lived long enough as a human and no longer have any interest in that, I'm fine with walking down the same path as you.
I told you before, did I not? You are not my type. But I will still accept those feelings.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. I take it back. I wasn't thinking. Yeah. I can't move my body.
You do not know when to give up. Now, I have a valid reason to feed.
Stop! You got to do that once as a favour. Not another drop of blood. But, hey! But, yeah.
Going with the silver flow, river wide with current deep and slow. River wide with current deep and slow. I rest my wings made to soar, but can I fly anymore? The river it goes ever on. Can heart keep pace, rushing swollen till dawn? Now I shake off weariness and go to meet what I can get. The heart has its secret currents deepen without guide to find out where they will lead. I take the plunge eyes People move from home to street. No one blinks as they to their life is fleet. Where are you from? Where are you going, water traveler? The mournful wind blows ever on. Can I keep love that love for you till dawn? Now I stretch out my wings again and take back what I lost then. The heart has its secret currents deepen without guide to find out where they will lead. I take the plunge eyes wide. Going with the
God damn. I was not expecting this all. I didn't want to talk over it. Anyway, the next morning, when I woke up, Sierra wasn't in her bed and her luggage had disappeared. Typical of her not to say goodbye. Well, that's fine with me. At least now I can finally bid farewell to all that luggage. Jeez. The information I got about true runes. Ah!
Sorry, baggage boy. The truth is, aside from the moon rune, I do not know much about true runes. After all, I was in that forest for a long time.
second. Yeah, it's gonna do that. Sweet. Does count as a memory card. Good. Okay. It's kind of a new emulator for me I'm playing this on. Because my normal one didn't have sound for some reason. Episode 2. Reasons. After losing Sierra, my only clue, I continued on to my original destination, Muse, the capital of the city-state of Jouston. You there, hold on just a moment. In the end, I hadn't learned anything about the true runes. Seems I'll have to start all over again. Truth be told, I'm getting a little worried. You're holding up the people behind you, so get a move on. The first thing I need to do is make contact with my liaison here and receive my orders. It's absolutely necessary that I use everything at my disposal to get results this time. But even if I say that... Hey, old man. Hey, old man. Stop daydreaming and show them your entry permit already. There's a ton of people behind you, so hurry it up. Hey, who are you calling old man? I'm only 22. Doesn't matter if you're 22 or 102, just get a move on. At that point, I realized the people lined up behind me were all glaring at me coldly. Flustered, I showed my entry permit to the gatekeeper. My entry permit had been made in Harmonia, so it wasn't easily discernible from the real deal. Sorry for the trouble. It's just that a couple of children were caught trying to sneak in with fake entry permits this morning. How they thought they could pass themselves off as adults is beyond me. But anyway, that's why we're all a little on edge. Alright, you can pass. I passed the inspection without raising any suspicion and headed into the city through the grand gates. As I was walking toward the main street, the boy from earlier came up behind me. Hey, mister. You're not from around here, are you? Your accent sounded a bit northern back there. I have to be careful around this kid. This city was at war with Highland, an ally of my homeland, Harmonia. In other words, to the people of this city, Harmonians are just another enemy. I doubt I'd receive a warm welcome. Huh? Really? I spent a lot of time in Harmonia. Guess I must have picked up a bit of an accent. Oh, so you've been to Harmonia? I haven't travelled there yet. But I will eventually, of course. You're travelling alone at your age? My name isn't you know. Oh, haven't I introduced myself yet? I'm Templeton. My age has nothing to do with whether or not I'm travelling alone. Although, maybe because of my age, people are generally pretty nice to me, so travelling like this is rather convenient. Oh? So why are you travelling alone? You look like you should still be in school. I travel to make maps. I'm going to map the entire world someday. Could take me my whole life, so I figured I'd better get started now, you know. The entire world, huh? For a map maker, you're quite the romantic. I don't think I could handle it.
You? Don't even try. Recently I've had to go back and update a bunch of maps. Such a pain. Hey, you still haven't told me your name yet.
I'm Nash.
That's quite the name.
Is that a compliment?
Muse has a population of about 13,000. Its mayor is a capable woman by the name of Annabelle. Although the city had technically agreed to a truce with Highland, Muse was nevertheless still in a de facto state of war. The condition of the buildings that line the streets and the appearances of the people passing by lent credibility to the good stories I'd heard about the municipal government. As I walked along the white cobblestone streets, I gazed at the City Hall building that overlooked the stores and houses. By now it became obvious that the appearance of the Highland Army at the border was causing tension. So, why are you in Muse, Nash?
Well, let's just say I'm sightseeing.
Sightseeing at a time like this? You really are a strange one. The Highland Army is at the border. Nobody knows if the war will start again for real, and here you are acting all laid back.
Well, if war does break out, I might be able to get a glimpse of this infamous Luca Blight character, so that would be alright too.
Whoa now, that's going too far. Have to remember, Middle Ages, there's a much lower population in cities back then. You're not laid back, you're a complete idiot. The Mad Prince of Highland isn't something I'd want to see even at a distance.
Jeez, you don't hold anything back, do you?
Yes, but Rome is comparable to Holy Harmonia at its height. We're talking about something comparable to... God, I don't know how to compare it. But nowhere near the size of Rome. Anyway.
Geez, you don't hold anything back, do you? Even if he is a mad prince, as you say. It's not like I turned to stone just by looking at him. I'd hightail it out of there the minute things got dangerous.
Determination is a good thing to have, but it's going to be your undoing. Well, I'm not staying in Muse if the Highland Army shows up. I'm getting out as fast as I can. Can't finish my work if I die here, can I? By the way, Nash, have you decided where you're staying yet?
This is my first time in Muse. I haven't picked a place to stay. Do you have any suggestions?
No, this is my first time in Muse as well. That being the case, you want to look around and see if we can find a place to stay, share a room and split the cost?
Sure. We should be able to get a pretty decent room if we do that. Oh, that was quick. Why don't we stay at that inn? Well, for terms of trying to figure out scale of things, all you've got to do is remember that the college, I suppose, at Green Hill taught not just the city-state area, but all the areas around it. It's just one college. That's how low the population would be. That they'd only need one. Anyway, we went into the reasonable-looking inn we'd found in a little lane just off the main road. I'm ashamed to say it, but the truth is I don't have much in the way of money, and I was glad he'd suggested splitting the cost of a room. Part of that is because it's been quite some time since I last had contact with Dominguez, my liaison. Though I'm called a special duty member, the Frontier Defense Force is more or less a mercenary organization. Aside from my wages and the initial mission funds, I have to pay all expenses out of my own pocket, and I'll only be rewarded upon the successful completion of my mission. If this investigation goes on much longer with no results, I'll be up to my ears in debt. At times like these, when you're in the middle of an infiltration mission, they send your wages along with your mission orders, but I have to find my liaison first. Hey, stop spacing out! Hurry up and sign the inn's register. There. It'll look weird if I sign it. Ah, sorry. There was a bar on the first floor and rooms on the second. Behind the counter stood a woman who appeared to be the inn's proprietress. The sun was already setting, so the bar was filling up with people taking their seats. They mostly seemed to be common peddlers and the like, but near the counter sat two people who were, judging by appearances, mercenaries. Don't worry, they won't get caught. Though we may need to think about heading south of Mew soon. Don't they have their entry permits? You gave them to them, right? No, I didn't have time. I tried, but we only decided on the meeting place. Well, have you talked to Annabelle about it? Well, I'm sure they'll be fine even without the entry permits. It'll be fine. I'll go talk to Annabelle tonight. You just don't dread up the past. We don't have contact with the Tauran Republic anymore. I had only been idly listening to their conversation while signing the guest register until that name caught my ear. He was going to talk to Annabelle? Did they know Annabelle, the Mayor of Mews? To all outward appearances, they didn't look that important, but if I understood their conversation right, then Mews was hiring mercenaries. I'm not sure I'll be able to get anything useful from them if they're just drunkards. But it's not as if I have any other leads, so perhaps eavesdropping on them will give me one. Hey, Templeton. There, hey Templeton. I'm gonna have a quick drink, so you go on and head up to the room. All I have to do is read and I'm messing up. Alright. Just for your information, I can't stand the smell of liquor, so don't drink too much. Well, see you. Shouldn't Templeton know if it conflicts? Never mind. Templeton left, heading up the stairs. I got a tankard of ale from the proprietress at the counter and took a seat behind the man that looked like a bear. I drank slowly, listening carefully. Annabelle's probably so busy right now, her head's spinning. I doubt she's in any mood to be pestered by the likes of you. Don't worry about it. I'll take some wine with me. It'll be like I'm bringing back a souvenir. Scowling at my tankard, I focused my concentration on the two men. I see. Well, give them my regards. You should come with me. No, it's okay if you say you're too busy. Nah, unlike you, I have tact. I'm no good at such things. I'd just be in the way for you two. Nay, what's with that remark? Her and I were not like that. I'm just a humble mercenary. I'm no match for the Mirror Muse. We just happen to know each other, that's all. Ha. You're taking this unusually seriously. But if you think about it, it's obvious that you and a love affair aren't the best combination. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Like I want to hear that from Flick the Blue Lightning, who is pampered by woman wherever he goes. What? Who is pampered, or even wants to be? Or rather, are you one to talk? Lately, aren't you getting a little fat? Anyone can see that this is muscle. Ugh. Whoa. Sorry. Hey. Snap out of it. You meathead. Hey, Luna. We've got an injured person here. Help.
Yeah. Make room, make room. Let's see. Oh my. You ruined a good man.
Just by this one line, I think he did recognize them. But why he didn't say anything? Although considering you... in main Suiko Gaiden 2, you do meet him at Victor's Fortress, he probably already knew.
Jeez, drinking with those two, how reckless can you get?
Those two, you know them?
Yeah, that was Flick and Victor. I could never forget Victor's loudness. At any rate, that was a disaster, wasn't it?
You could have warned me a bit sooner. If you knew them, I would have thought you'd have said something.
I'm not much for stuff like that. I run into those two every so often. I don't stop and say hello each and every time. The big one was Victor, and the one wearing the bandana was Flick. They apologized profusely. They were also the ones who carried you here.
I see. But what an awful experience that was.
In the end, Dominguez never showed last night. Could he have gotten caught up in some kind of trouble along the way? Panic thoughts ran through my mind, even though I knew the chances of anything like them actually happening were slim. No matter what kind of battlefield it was, even surrounded by enemies on all sides, he would appear, calm as you please,
with that innocent expression on his face. So, what was with this lack of news? Could he be doing it just to annoy me? Either way, can't be helped right now, nor can I just sit idly by and wait. It looks like Templeton has gone off somewhere too. Holding my still throbbing head, I got dressed and went downstairs.
Oh, it's you. You're looking better already.
She said it casually as she handed me a glass of vegetable juice, which I downed instantly. Was this an apology for last night? I'd like to go for a late breakfast, but my financial situation won't allow for it. Enduring my aching head, I talked to the proprietress. Thanks. What happened to those two guys anyway?
You mean Victor and Flick? They screwed something up and a friend of theirs got tossed in jail because of it. They left to set things straight. Why? Are you out for revenge?
Whoa now, don't say such dangerous things.
Alright. Well, they're not bad guys. They send their apologies. I'll introduce you when they come back. But despite the trouble, at least you're finally amused. As there is nothing else to do, why don't you go do some sightseeing? I'd like to clean the rooms in the meantime.
I guess I'll do that then. It had been my intention to find out more about those two, but the proprietress had seen through me with startling clarity, so I quickly made my exit. She was no ordinary proprietress, it seems. Although they say Gelston Hill is closed to the public, can't hurt to just take a look around. The streets of Mews were as crowded as ever. Protected by Mews's towering walls, the citizens seemed unperturbed by the threat of an invasion by the Highland Army. Even if there was a considerable difference in military strength, Mews would certainly be able to hold its own. It also seems as if quite a number of people have come to Mews seeking refuge. Highland's army was surely aware of this as well. If they've come to attack, there's no doubt it's the work of the mad prince Luca Blight. The gutless King Agris would never have even thought of something like that. Luca Blight was a man of resounding military prowess, and his strategies were first class. His unrelenting charges were designed to trick his foes into thinking he was all brawn and no brains. How long would it take for the leaders of the Allied forces to notice? Well, it has nothing to do with me. Right now my mission is to find out more about the true runes. So, where should I go? Let's see. Ooh. I'm starting to see a mechanic I do not understand at all. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And it uses it. I had a flash of intuition and headed down an alleyway. It may be odd to say this about myself, but I certainly have a nose for trouble. I've just figured out how that bar works. I think you did as well. I walked for a while. Nothing happened. Had my intuition failed me? It's definitely a cost thing, because one bar disappeared. Ah, Shiro. Suddenly, a huge white dog appeared before me. No, perhaps it's a wolf. It looked friendly enough, but what was a wolf doing down an alley in the middle of a city in the first place? It was probably... well, it was probably the default path, as it were. As if it could sense my confusion, the wolf gave me an innocent look and then sprinted away. What in the world was that all about? In the end, nothing else happened nor caught my attention, and I made my way back to the main street. After I had been walking along the street for some time, I saw a little girl who seemed to be looking for something. What's the matter? Are you lost? Where are your parents? Did you get separated from them? It was a girl who looked 5 or 6 years old. It was very strange. Though she didn't say a single word or even nod, it was as if that faint trembling on her body said everything on her mind. No, it was her eyes. I know what it takes to have eyes like that, what you must see. For her to have eyes like that, sorry. I'd instinctively reached out my hand to her, and she flinched, frightened. My hands were tools made for killing. They weren't fit to comfort a child. Shoot. They weren't fit to comfort a child. You... I see. You're a strong child. You're still capable of showing kindness to others. If only I could have been as strong as you, then Julie wouldn't have... Thank you. Pelica! Whoa.
Sorry, Pelica. It's all because of that stingy old man. If he had just admitted defeat earlier, then it wouldn't have taken so long. let's head back. We're already late. Joey's probably wired sick, huh?
Hey?
Huh? Oh. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice you at all.
Yeah, I got that. Just hurry up and get off me.
Hey, what were you doing down there anyway?
No, you see,
Huh? What's that? You were talking with this fellow?
you really understand her? You're like a mother to her, huh?
Mother? No way. I know I look older, but I'm only 16. We may not be related, but me and Pilliger are just like sisters. Right, Pilliger?
Well, you may not be a mother. But if you're going to let her run about the streets like this, at least make sure she doesn't go into the back alleys. This is a dangerous place for a child alone. You'd better be careful.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for looking after Pilliger.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's your name? Mine's Nanami. I'll treat you to a feast as thanks for looking after Pilliger. Come to the inn where we're staying. I'm really skilled. Look forward to it. So, how about it? It's decided. Okay, onward to the inn. Let's go.
But... Hey... You can't just say let's go and... Let go of my arm. Hey! Nash doesn't have the best luck.
Oh, you're back already, Mr. Nash. Oh. And you're with Nanami and Pilliger? Yeah. This guy was nice to Pilliger, so as thanks I want to throw a feast in his honour. You'll let me use the kitchen, right, Leona? I don't mind, but... Are you really going to thank Mr. Nash here with... your... cooking? So you'll cook Mr. Nash? Well, Mr. Nash, the food will be ready in just a minute, so hold tight. I'll whip you up a bowl of... Cha-cha-cha's papa.
Alright. I look forward to it.
She's gonna treat you, huh?
I don't really understand what's going on, but it seems like I'm getting a meal out of it somehow. Lucky! I smiled so broadly that my cheeks grew tight.
Thanks for waiting. Here it is, Nanami's special beef stew. Hurry before it gets cold.
Whoa, done already? Sure was fast.
When it comes to cooking, speed is crucial.
As she spoke, Nanami dished a generous helping of soup out into a bowl and then handed it to me, smiling sweetly.
Well, hurry and give it a try. It's absolutely, amazingly delicious, packed with nutrients. It's a perfect score. It'll pep you right up.
Wow, sure smells good. Okay, I'll take you at your word. Just as I brought the spoon to my lips, my eyes met those of the proprietress, who was watching us with an intense look on her face. It couldn't be. Methinks Nash is about to die. And I'd need 3 to do that. Oh well. Nah, it's probably just my imagination. If someone can make a if someone can make a soup that smells this good taste bad, then they would have to be some kind of genius. My hand had paused in doubt for a second, but I brought the spoon back to my mouth. Thanks for the food.
Go ahead.
Oh look, there's an eater in the back.
Ah! Mr. Nash! Mr. Nash! I knew it. Say, Nash, hasn't anyone ever told you that nothing good ever comes of being too soft-hearted?
Occasionally.
Oh, that's right. This fell in through the window.
Huh? Finally, the orders from headquarters that I've been waiting for.
Don't worry, I didn't read it. Have you no trust in me?
That's not what I'm worried about. This is bad. When had Dominguez come here? He just threw the letter in and disappeared. Some liaison. That bastard. Is he still holding a grudge about that time?
Well, I'm gonna get back to my work.
Forcing myself to stay calm, I waited until I was sure Templeton had gone downstairs before I carefully broke the seal. I already knew Templeton hadn't looked at it before he said anything. It had been sealed using a special method that caused it to burst into flames if it wasn't broken properly. A large number of troops are amassing along the Meuse Highland border. There are rumours that the Highland Army is planning to utilise the Beast Rune. Investigate this matter immediately. It's the usual kind of orders, vague, without considering the circumstances. Perhaps I'm the only Defence Force member infiltrating this remote region, but man, they sure do work me hard. Well, it's no use complaining. So, the Beast Rune. As I understand it, in recognition of his achievements, Holy Harmonia gave Highland and the Beast Rune, one of the 27 True Runes, to Marok's Blight, the first of the Blight royal family, and declared him protector of Harmonia. If it was used in this border dispute here, out in the frontier, it could upset the friendship between Harmonia and Highland. Normally this would seem like a job for the regular army, but instead the orders had been passed on to me. If the information was wrong, and the info about a Harmonian spy was linked to Highland, stuff like mobilizing the Frontier Force mercenaries, am I being used as cannon fodder? Well, that's the line of work I'm in, I guess. Huh? Huh? No way. That's it? They didn't include any funds? That night, I took out my equipment and fixed it up a bit. As it had been a while since I had used it, it was in a desperate need of repair. Hey, Templeton. What? I've got to leave Muse for 2 or 3 days on some business. I'll leave as soon as I settle my tab. Sure, that's fine. I can cover the cost of our lodging so far. I can't be indebted to a kid. Well, take care of yourself, alright? Yeah, you too. It's okay, we'll be back before you know it. Don't worry, just wait for us. Okay, Miss Bellona, please look after Pilica. I'm not very good with children, but I'm sure we'll manage somehow. Here now, Pilica, don't make such a face. You've got to send them off with a smile. It looked like Nanami from yesterday, and 2 young men were saying something to Pilica. I stopped to talk with Leona as the party passed me to make their way out of the inn. Do you have a minute? Oh, Mr. Nash, are you heading out? Yeah, for a bit. What's their story? Huh? Those kids? It's nothing really. They're just going out on a small errand. An errand, huh? But enough of that. You had some business with me, didn't you? Yeah, you see. By the time I'd finished setting my tab at the inn and mowed my way outside, the kids were nowhere to be seen. I'd seen something like an expression of fierce determination in their faces, but now isn't the time to stick my fingers in other people's affairs. I pass through the gates of Muse and start walking towards the Highland border. During the journey I stayed a night at a little inn I'd visited before and enjoyed their delicious meat pie. A few days later I reached the checkpoint that separates Muse and Highland. This is where it gets problematic. Beyond the towering stone wall that separates the 2 territories, the Highland army is gathering. Even if I had an official entry permit, I doubt I'd be able to get through easily. If I start climbing the wall in broad daylight, I'll be caught straight away. But it would be tedious to wait till nightfall. Well, what should I do? That one costs nothing, but... Hold on, sir. The Highland Army is currently mobilising near this checkpoint, and as such, entry beyond this point is not permitted. I'm aware of the current situation, but I have some important business I must attend to. By order of the mayor, civilian passage has been prohibited. Please turn back. Come on, there must be some way. Can't be stuck here forever. Do you understand? If you don't have a special permit, I can't allow you to pass, regardless of the circumstances. Special permit? What's he talking about? Non-military wouldn't have anything like that. However, his tone of voice seemed to indicate a different meaning. I get it. That's what he's trying to say. Yes, right. Special permit. How careless of me to forget. Here, will this do? While I was talking, I quickly slipped 1,000 potch into the soldier's hand. I didn't want to use the reserve money I'd stored away in my breast pocket, but it seems I didn't have much of a choice. The soldier surreptitiously glanced about him and checked the amount of potch in his hand before speaking to me. This is certainly a special permit. Here, hurry on through now. You wouldn't want peddlers like yourself to lose their livelihood. Just stay away from the Highland camp. Yeah, thanks. You can count on me. I reached the Highland camp in the forest just past the border without running into any more difficulties. So far I haven't needed to use a disguise to advance. Deep in the forest I made my way forward, weaving through the trees to escape the view of any who might be watching. Every so often I would drop bits of dried armadillion shells behind me to better find my way to the garrison. Alright, this is where it gets tricky. First I'll have to find someone who's alone. There we go. Sorry about that, I'll be borrowing these. Just to be sure, I made the soldier I'd stolen the uniform from inhale some chronite powder. He wouldn't be waking up till tomorrow morning. I'm a little anxious about leaving my equipment behind like this, but this has become more of a reconnaissance mission than an infiltration. I quickly put things in order and headed back. Hey, you! Yes? What are you hanging around here for? Aren't you on guard duty for the food storage? The shift's changed ages ago. Forgive me, sir. Just hurry up and go. Lord Luca will be arriving any moment, and if even one thing is out of place, it's my head that'll be on the chopping block. Yes, sir. Phew, that was dangerous. But he just said Luca. This could be more than a little awkward. I better make sure to keep up my act. But if the mad Prince Luca is coming all the way out to the front lines, then the talk about the beast room being here begins to take on some credibility. But be that as it may, right now all I can do is pretend to stand guard here. If that officer finds me wandering around again, I doubt he'll be fooled again. Guarding a storage tent is pretty boring. I hope someone comes soon. My own work suffers when I'm doing their work for them. Someone's coming. Huh? Really? Okay, follow me. Hey, let these guys in. They came to get some butter. Really? Natural the guard? My jaw nearly dropped when I saw the two young men the soldier had brought with him, but somehow I managed to reply in a calm voice. Well, hurry up then. My shift's almost over. Those two boys, they were the kids I saw at the inn in Mews, weren't they? What kind of errands were they running for their task to bring them to a place like this? Luckily they didn't know my face, and so they didn't blow my cover. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys. Yes? I guess it's my imagination. You couldn't be spies with faces like that. Hey, you guys, keep your spirits up, okay? Yeah, thanks a lot. Phew. For a moment there, I'd been beside myself with fear. Anyway, looks like those guys got their hands on some Highland uniforms and are putting them to good use. Something about this whole thing smells fishy. Please don't get caught. This place is getting dangerous. While I was fervently praying, they went about and finished their errand. This tent is rather suspicious. I'll take a quick glance around. Hey, this tent is made from a pretty thick fabric. And it's pitch black inside. And of course I don't have anything to light it up with. I'll just have to feel my way here. There doesn't seem to be anything of importance in here. I'd better hurry up and get out of here. There is some sort of commotion outside. Damn, looks like those guys were caught in spite of my prayers. Can't understand why Mews would use those kids as spies. Well, what should I do? Really, I can't. Jesus. There's no sense in running around in a panic. I'll just take a little bit of a rest here until the uproar outside dies down. Can't see anyone. Considering that whole thing with Sierra, I'm starting to wonder if I have run out of luck completely. No, I should stop that. I don't believe in things like fate or luck. I don't want to believe that all my encounters with death and survival of them is only the will of fate. In the darkness I stare up at the ceiling, my thoughts spinning round and round. Gradually, it seems to quiet down outside. Guess it's time to go. Seems like all the soldiers are gone. They must be chasing after those two kids. I feel bad for them, but this is my chance. Hey, you there! Who are you? Sir? I'm John. Sir. Well, whoever you are, go assist them at the main camp. Captain Rowdy and his team have left to take care of some rats, and now he is without an aid, and getting annoyed. Understood. I shall do so with the utmost haste. I answered thus, and began running towards what I hoped was the main camp. My mission wasn't over yet, not until I verified the existence of the beast rune. Is this it? This tent hadn't been here before and appeared to have been set up quite quickly. It seems likely. But what am I going to say to the people inside? That I'm here to help? It would be convenient if no one was in there. Well, no point in delaying. Shall we see what's inside? This tent is quite extravagant. There's even a plush sofa. Oh, this is no time to be so carefree. I need to hurry and...
I take it you'll be waiting here?
Yes, ma'am. Those are my orders. Well then, please excuse me.
There's quite the commotion outside. I do hope they manage to escape. Oh. Who are you?
Ma'am? Well... I was ordered to clean up here.
Oh, how unusual. Normally my brother can't stand to have other people anywhere near his things.
Yes. But I've finished now. So, if you'll excuse me...
You're finished? With this?
Oh, that's, I try to remember why she seems so familiar. Oh wait, this... Isn't she Julia Blight, the Princess of Highland? Well, this mission just took another turn towards the impossible.
In that case, why don't you put on some tea? I've talked so much my throat is parched. It's not too much to ask, is it?
Yes, ma'am. For the time being, I'll have to be patient. I can't afford to slip up and reveal my true identity. Just remain calm. Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you.
I wonder what the noise outside is about.
I met a young man. It was entirely by coincidence. The expression on his face. I've never seen anything quite like it.
You're quite the young lady yourself, Princess Julia.
You. Are you really a soldier here?
Well...
I hardly ever get to be just a girl.
If you don't have any more use for me, things seem quite hectic outside, so...
Yes, I suppose so. The tea was quite delicious. Thank you.
No, please, it was nothing. Well then, if you'll excuse me... Shit, this is boring. Damn that jousting pig of a woman. Does she plan on hiding in Muse forever? Lord Luca! Lady Julia is waiting. Julia, you say? She should have stayed in the capital. This is no place for idle gawkers. Julia. So sorry to be causing you trouble. But I'm not interested in having that conversation again.
Brother.
Hey now. It's just been one thing after another so far. And now it's Luca Blight. Yeah, this isn't dangerous at all. If I just take it nice and slow, maybe they'll let me leave. I'll just... Who the hell are you? Well, whatever. You! Yes, sir?
Brother, what are you doing?
You. Wash away the blood from that sword and oil on it. Oil it. There. And when you're done, get me a drink. You'd better hurry. I'm in a good mood today, but there's no saying how long that'll last. Yes, sir. So, he wanted me to do maintenance. I doubt that. He had thrown it with such tremendous force. If I hadn't seen his feint. Well then.
Brother, you stink of blood. Still.
This smell is normal on a battlefield. If you don't like it, you should never have left the castle. This is no place for someone like you.
Battlefield. Battlefields are where wars are fought out. Brother. That's not true in your case, is it? I met some boys from Chiaro who told me a story.
And if they spoke the truth, what then? Tell me, what has peace ever brought about? What has that spineless old man accomplished through his treaties with the city-state?
Well, you may have a point. To intentionally start a war.
What I desire. Never mind. You don't understand this sort of lust, Julia.
But, brother, this won't bring our mother back.
Julia, your hair, your eyes, your lips, they are all that remain of our mother, and if it wasn't for that, then I would surely strangle you with both hands right now.
So, brother is suffering, and to make it go away, he... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. This is a fight between siblings. I shouldn't be watching this. Should I say something?
I have no time for these trifling matters. Hey, you! Bring me more wine. Yes, sir. Regretfully, it appears we're all out, so I'll have to go to the storehouse. I'll just be a minute. This is dangerous. I don't have enough lives to stay in this place. But it had worked. Now I just need to get outside. Hey, what's your hurry? Hey! Don't struggle. Silence. What do you want? Yes, Lord Lucas. I, Raoul, have caught the city-state spy and brought him before Lord Luca. A spy? Interesting. Bring him forth. That's the boy from earlier. If he recognizes me, what would he say? I give up. Now that I've come this far, I might as well see it through to the end. Hey, hurry it up! Who are you? Let's see if you dare say your name. Joey. This bastard is from the same town as me. His name is Joey Atreides. Atreides? I know that name. That's the name of an influential family in Chiaro. Isn't that right, Julia?
I'm afraid I don't recall.
Yes, that's right, Lord Luca. He's the eldest son of the Atreides family, although he's been disowned. Bring him here. You're that boy. I remember that face. You're that brat from the fortress. You're from a distinguished Highland family, but now you're a jousting spy.
Shut up. It's your fault that Pilliker can't talk anymore.
Oh, you've still got some fight left in you. That black light earlier, was that your doing?
Yes, that was quite a remarkable experience. Where on earth did they get rooms like that?
I see. That Samhain muse finally has nothing left in her hand to play. Sending a brat like this.
Don't talk that way about Annabelle.
Oh, you know Annabelle? It seems that there's a reason after all. I just thought of something interesting. I'm giving you this dagger. Use it to kill Annabelle. It's a fitting end for a woman such as her.
You think I would do that?
Boy, you betrayed the country you were born in, the town you lived in, and the family that raised you. What's this compared to that?
But I
see. If that's how it is, then you as well as the rest of the Atreides family will be branded as traitors to the Blight royal family.
What? I've already cast aside the Atreides name. I cast aside that name.
You cannot cast aside the very blood that runs through your veins.
Really wish the music wouldn't stop. Keep stopping.
Hey, you! Tie him up and throw him in the storehouse. Let him cool his head for a night and see if he changes his mind.
But, Lord Luca...
What?
Never mind. It's nothing. I'll go lock him up. If you'll excuse me, sir. Watch it. What are you in such a hurry for? Letting a spy go? That's awfully kind of you. There's no guarantee that I'll actually kill Annabelle for you.
That's true, and it's fine. But his eyes shine with the light of ambition. In that sense, he is no soldier.
Is that so?
Don't frown your face so much. It doesn't suit you. Our talk is over, Julia. Return to Lorenquil and keep that doddering old fool company a while longer.
Brother. Finally. Seems it's finally over. I didn't think I'd make it through alive.
Carrying the evening's allotment of food, I entered the tent. I'd been posing as a soldier for a while, but I hadn't gotten my hands on any clues yet. Besides, that boy Joey had caught my interest. He was tied to one of the posts lodged deep in the ground that supported the tent. Hey, look, it's dinner. Eat up. Don't worry. It's not poisoned. We're the Highland Army. We wouldn't lay a hand on a kid when he's tied down. Yeah, right. What an awful thing to say. We're not like those city-state guys. That wasn't an act of the city-state. Joey didn't look up and just muttered those words. What in the world had happened to this boy? That? What are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about, but if I ask the right questions, I might find out. Interrogation has never been my strongest suit, but he's only a child after all. It should be simple enough. Even if I told you, would you even believe me? Do as you like. Did I choose wrong? Just then, something outside the tent caught my attention. The night was quiet. The sound of the footsteps gradually approached the tent, and before long an unexpected figure appeared in the entrance of the tent. Lady Julia. What are you doing here?
Oh, don't mind me. I just stopped by to talk with him for a while. May I?
Yeah, of course.
This makes our third meeting, doesn't it? After the first time we met, considering the circumstances, I would have been astonished if someone had told me we were to meet again.
I didn't wish this upon you or myself.
Is that right? Say, why did you become a spy for the city-state? Didn't you say that you hadn't given up on Highland? I know what happened to your unicorn brigade. That's why you hate Highland.
I don't hate Highland. Even now. Even if I can never return to Highland, I can't abandon it. Highland is the place where my mother still lives. Now, when I think of Highland, I don't think about who started this war, but rather all the pain and suffering that this war will cause.
You're very kind, aren't you? Even with all the misery you've had to endure. Please, untie his rope.
Huh? Are you sure?
I'll take responsibility for this.
Understood. consider myself in your debt for this.
Please, don't. You will find your own way, even if you must dishonor yourself in doing so.
I'll stop this war my own way. I'll never let a war like this break out on this soil again. And as you say, I'm prepared to be dishonored if need be. Only... No. Never mind. Please excuse me.
Do you suppose we'll meet again?
If fate permits.
You there. Make sure he makes it out of the camp.
Yes, ma'am. And this is as far as I can take you. You're on your own from here on out. Okay, thank you. Don't mention it. Well, I guess I'll be going then. Really? What are you going to do when you get back? Huh? The dagger Luca Blight gave you. You still have it, don't you? Are you going to use it? I despise Luca Blight. But at the same time, I find myself drawn to that violent strength of his, the power to seize anything he wants. So I thought I would keep it as a warning to myself. Let's see. Well, be careful out there. They're waiting for you, right?
They?
Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Take care of yourself. I made it across the border, and despite not having slept a wink, continued walking well into the evening, until I once again reached Mews. It might not have been strictly necessary for me to return to Mews, but now that I'd had a look at the Highland Army, I wanted to see how the city-state would react. But in truth, that wasn't the only reason. I had also used up all the money I had. Man, this is gonna be one rough trip if I can't even afford to stop and take a rest for a single night. Hey, it's those kids. No way. Are they still waiting for that boy to come back? Does that mean I passed before him? That can't be right. Did something happen? Although I wondered what was going on, it wasn't any of my business, and I thought it best to continue on my way, but just as I began to make my way through the gate.
Hey, there, right there. Isn't that Joey? Let's go. You made it back. We knew you would.
Everyone. You all kept your promise. They'd been waiting for that boy Joey. 2 childhood friends and the girl who clearly adored him. Is that why I kept seeing her face when I looked at that girl. Looked at the girl. As I watched their joyful reunion, such emotions filled my heart. The city-states and island, Luca Blight. There are still many battles left to fight, and even more blood would be spilled. As I walk away from them, my chest aches slightly. A flame of jealousy towards that boy had started to burn within me.
Nash? Nash? Nash. Contract. Money.
You.
Nash, orders.
Hey, wait! Dominguez, give me my money, and I'll give you my report on the beast rune.
Nash, Nash.
Wait! And also... Right. Gonna stop here for today. Because if I keep going any further, I'm probably gonna lose my voice. Because this game requires a lot of reading. That should be pretty obvious. And no sense damaging my voice now. I've still got the rest of the game to go. So that will be all for today. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Bye.